Good afternoon, and welcome to my channel here on YouTube, Love and Guiding Light, where I bring messages to you all, the collective, from our Creator, God, Universe. Everyone, may have another name, a very loving and affectionate name for our Creator. Um, I'm coming to you today. I have been MIA again, and I apologize for that. Anyway, um, again, this is Love and Guiding Light. I am Keisha, and my missing in action was due to the fact that I was hospitalized. I had been hospitalized going on 5 days. There was a little scare that I had. It was a blockage in my intestines, and I was bed bound for quite a while. I was bed bound for 4 days with an NG tube down my nose, which is a very, very uncomfortable um, situation, let me say the least, because it is a tube that they insert down to your nose, and they put it down your nose and it goes into your stomach. And the process of that was done in hopes of being able to extract all the contents within my stomach, to take them out of my stomach in order for the obstruction, tanglement, whatever you want to call it, that had me blocked in my smaller intestines, that it would be able to heal itself. Um, I have studied autophagy for quite some time now, many years, reading up on it, following it, and just utilizing that on my journey, my spiritual journey. And what autophagy is it is an ancient um, form of healing. Back in the ancient days, they would abstain from food. You know, Sustaining from food allows for the body to heal inwards, outwards, so within, to heal from within. Our bodies are like furnaces, and so once you sustain from food for a length of time, it allows the body to start the healing process from any ailments that we may have. So this is why a lot of spiritual people fast. They fast for the healing purposes, as well as the connection that they get with the Creator, God. It just helps them to have a closer connection and to receive messages in which they may be channeling really clearly. So I knew that them inserting this NG tube down my nose into my stomach and my abstaining from food would more than likely heal the obstruction, because it's generally, you know, a powerful tool to heal your body is by abstaining from food. Um, However, the NG tube accelerated the ability to get the contents out of my stomach in order for my stomach to be empty, in order for the obstruction to clear, which it did clear, thank God, because otherwise I would have had to have surgery. And I really can't afford to have a surgery right now, because I can't afford to be down. We are living in some really challenging times right now, with inflation and everything, cost of living and all that is upon us, on our shoulders. I am a single mother, and I pretty much hold the fort down for myself and my son, so I really can't afford to be down for a long length of time. And I really am so grateful that God was in the midst of all of that. In the hospital while I was going through that I was able to heal with the use of them utilizing the NG tube. I'm grateful to the staff and my family and friends and everyone who lifted me up in prayers. I'm sure that all those prayers were contributions to my healing, and I'm just grateful. how I just wanted to come on because I got out yesterday, which was September 11th. And as soon as I got home, of course, my first thing is to, go into my motherly thing, which most mothers, this is how we are. We love our children. And I have been in the hospital for 5 days, so my son had really not had, any good home cooked meal for that length of time, and he was really, really kind of subjected to eating whatever was there that was accessible to him. And then, you know, friends had sent money to him in order for him to be able to find food or get food from maybe a little area restaurant near my home, and he was able to get him something to eat or whatnot. But he was pretty hungry when I got home. He hadn't really ate that well as he's used to. So I immediately went in and began to prepare some food for the house. I myself am trying to stick closely to a very soft diet, as I do not want to have this reoccur as far as with this blockage that occurred. So I'm really sustaining from food, just doing like liquids and soft stuff right now. Hopefully I will ease back into something of more substance, but right now I'm just taking it easy, allowing my stomach to heal and whatnot. But I did go into preparing a meal for my son, which was salmon croquettes, some rice, and some greens. Oh boy, was he excited about that. Constantly in and out of the kitchen, waiting for it all to finish up. And while I was there cooking, I opened my back door because I am a avid lover of nature, and I have a bird feeder, several bird feeders outside. And so I opened my door, and there was a red finch, which is called a rose finch, on the bird feeder enjoying some seeds. And I usually, get channeled messages from animals that cross my path. And that transpired yesterday, which was September 11th, and the time that it transpired was 2:16 p.m. Of course, I had to do my research. Today is September the 12th. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm a whole month behind. October the 12th. Today is October the 12th, 2023. Yesterday was October 11th of 2023. Forgive me for that error. I'm a month behind in my thoughts. Anyway, of course, like I said, the rose finch made its appearance on my bird feeder, enjoying some seeds. And of course, they're such beautiful birds. They're like a reddish color, very beautiful birds. And I was just really tickled. I love to see the variety of birds that like to visit me. And the red finch was one that felt compelled to visit me yesterday. And I was delighted by that. And I just, was gazing upon the finch and looking at the glorious colors the bird has on its body. And of course, I took several pictures as well as a short video, and I will upload that to my page as well, to give you the message in which that finch brings. But it was a delightful sight, and I was very grateful to see that finch. And like I said, I had to really go and dig out some information from my book. I use this book a lot, The Animal Speaks. This book helps me to better understand the messages in which, birds bring to me through their presence. And then I also did a lot of digging through some other books that I have, as well as Google searching. And the message is very positive, to say the least. During my stay in the hospital, I was bedbound, because when you have an NG tube down your throat, you can't go anywhere. You can't get up and go to the bathroom. You can't do pretty much anything. You can get up and go to a potty that they will bring to you that will be set next to your bed in order for you to be able to use the bathroom. Or you could be cathetered, where they would, insert something up you in order to take the urine out. I opted for the bed potty because I don't want anything else being inserted in any other holes. Okay, let's just put it that way. So I use the bed potty, and like I said, I was bonded to that bed for 4 days without food, without any type of substance, no water, nothing, not even to get the NG tube down my nose, which is very uncomfortable. I would not wish it on anyone, not anyone. It is a very uncomfortable procedure. Okay, so it was unbelievable and unbearable. It made it very challenging for me to speak or talk, and I got numerous calls coming in. People were concerned about my health and were calling to check in on me, but because it was just so unbearable and uncomfortable, I just was unable to speak with anyone. But I know that I am so humbled to know that I had so many people that were concerned, that loved me, and that were praying for me in my speedy recovery. So I just wanted to come on here and give you all a brief message to tell you why I've been missing in action, why I haven't been on here, because I've been trying to be very very present now, more present than I had been in the past on my page, by uploading videos and shorts and whatnot. I've been trying to be very present, and I haven't been able to do so because I haven't been able to do so because I was having a scare, a health scare. And I just wanted to apologize to you all, and I wanted to just give you a tidbit of why I had been missing in action. Again, like I said, I've been doing my noting on the message in which the red fish brought me, and I'm going to be posting that more than likely in a short video. Perhaps I need to get back to pulling a few cards, which I'm feeling led to do today. That experience was so eye-opening for me. Eye-opening in a sense to say that life is very short, and we as humans will take upon us so much burden and worries and fears, because of the responsibilities that we are held to, especially mothers, single mothers. We take that job very seriously, and we take upon us so many burdens when we are responsible for another life, that it in itself can be a contributor to our health, the deterioration of our health. If we are constantly worrying and focusing upon, how we are going to be able to provide. During that time, when I was in the hospital, I've already told you all I am not a television watcher. I do not watch television, as I don't feel like it edifies my body or my soul with anything that is contributing to my walk on this path, this spiritual journey that I'm on. So I abstain from television. I watch a lot of things on YouTube, things that are uplifting, empowering, enlightening for me, that helps me on this journey. So I did not watch any television. I sat in my room with the tube down my throat in complete silence. I didn't have very many visitors. Actually, I only had one. My daughter found out I was in the hospital, and she came directly to me to be with me, and that was 4 days in. So yeah, 4 days in while I was in the hospital. So for 4 days I was without food and without any type of audio going in my ear from the television, only audio that was coming in from some things that I would watch on YouTube while I was there that brought me some enlightenment. And during that time of silence and solitude and bondage, being bonded to my bed, it came upon me that life is short and that I cannot continue to focus upon, how things are going to unfold, how I will provide, how I will, make a way for myself and my son. God knows all these things. He clearly knows our needs, our wants, our desires. If we trust and rely upon Him as many believers do, then we will believe and know that He is a way maker. He is a way maker no matter what circumstances we are in. He says He has the ability to feed the birds and animals and all those things, and they aren't running around here worrying about how they're going to eat or how they're going to be clothed and all these things. Why would He not do the same for His children, the human race? We've all been indoctrinated believing that we have to go out here and kill ourselves in order to be. And that's not the case. If we sit within ourselves, sit within silence, sit within meditation, and truly connect with our Creator, He will illuminate the steps needed to take in order to be able to bring in the things that we need for ourselves, to provide for our families or whatever. Stop running around like a chicken with your head cut off, chasing down how you're going to make a living, how you're going to provide. Sitting in stillness and quietness and meditating and allowing that communication to come through clearly, the connection that you have, we all have the ability to connect with our Creator through silence, through meditation. If we sit still long enough and put that energy that we put in worrying, if we take that energy that we put in worrying and put that energy in quiet in our mind and sitting still with ourselves and going within and then communicating through God, because He communicates with us through silence, through meditation, He will direct our paths. He will direct our steps. He will illuminate the steps we need to take. Okay. I really felt that my seeing that finch, red finch, which I'm learning today has a lot of connection to Jesus, in His life. And I just know that it was not coincidental. This finch made its appearance for me yesterday on the 11th of October. So I was very humbled, especially after doing some research and reading up on this bird. So I'm gonna focus upon trusting and believing in the messages in which God knows my heart. He knows and sees my needs. He knows that I am a faithful believer, and that I constantly seek His guidance, and that He will illuminate my steps. So I'm encouraging all my brothers and sisters out here to do the same. We are living in some very challenging times. We got so much going on around us. They're speaking of, possible war, all these things. We collectively can contribute so much to one another, the world, if we would take our focus away from all the things that are transpiring, the negative. If we focus upon all the negative things that's transpiring and worry about all those things that's transpiring around the world, in a sense, we are contributing our energy to that. And our energy is feeding and fueling this action that is happening um, globally, the war and everything, it's negative energy, and it's a fuel to the negative. If we all withdrew this energy from focusing upon that and believing that that is what's going to transpire, because we are the creators of everything, and that energy creates that circumstances. If we withdraw that energy from focusing upon those things and take that energy and start putting it in to the things in which we want to transpire, the peace, harmony, love, unconditional love for one another, and put out more positive energy, then these things will shift the direction in which things are headed. We contribute to a great deal of things that we're unaware of because they've lied to us our entire life, especially in regards to who we are, our abilities, and what we have within us. We are creators. God made us in his likeness. Our energy contributes to the all, one another. Collectively, we are all connected, which is why it is very important to withdraw yourself from watching certain things, especially on television. Hearing certain things. I could sit here for hours and hours and preach to you about how important it is to listen to things that are edifying and not the opposite, which is one of the reasons they have so much, these negative people contribute to the music, and how that it shifted, especially during my time. In my time, most music was uplifting, unity, about unity, coming together, standing together, uniting, and whatnot. It was the lovers' music, which is why I still listen to it. I can't listen to this new music these days because it's just so degrading, so it's just obnoxious to me. There's nothing in it that brings me value, nothing at all. It's garbage. They should throw it all out, which is it's contributing a lot of energy out there to our youth. It's impacting them, their mental, all of that. It's degrading. All they do is use a lot of vulgar language. They show disrespect to women, the women in which bring their little behinds into this world that pushes them out of their, hoo-ha or whatever. And I'm just like appalled at the music, period. It just disgusts me, which, if you know anything about music and you know anything about frequencies, you and understand that these things impact us. They truly impact us. That's why when you listen to certain songs, such as I am a lover of old school music, one of my favorite artists, Teddy Pendergrass, and Luther Vandross. Those are musicians that were talented and love ballads. That's why it triggers an emotion out of you. So it's very impactful, very impactful. That's why you shouldn't listen to what is out now, because it is cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. The music is awful. I just don't understand, But this is because this is how they want it to be. They want us to be separated, divided, going against one another. They use it and it works well. It causes division. It breaks up families. It's craziness. It has the mental of our youth going crazy, doing things that they shouldn't be doing. I sit and watch and listen to things that come across my phone, the breaking news and all of that, in regards to these young children taking the lives of other young children. They're picking up guns and they're ending their others' lives, as well as ending theirs as well, because you take a life, you're going to have to go to jail. It's so saddening to see the impact that the music has had on the youth. It just breaks my heart. Anyway, I encourage you all to really take in consideration to what it is that you're listening to, what you're watching. These are, your eyes are the windows to your soul, and what you watch and what you see can either bring you life or death. What you speak is the same sense, you know. It's so amazing that over the course of 5 or 6 years, I have learned so much on this journey as to even the words we speak, the power in which they hold. So if you were drawn to this page and you clicked on the watch my channel, it was because there's a message here for you. There are no coincidences. There are reasons you were drawn to this page. It was because God is trying to communicate with you through me. I don't care what no one says. If you are being drawn to certain people that are using certain divination tools, such as tarot, coffee grinds, doing teacup readings, there's so many tools used for divination in which God channels messages through people that he chooses to use. I didn't ask to start getting communications through nature or through animals or birds or anything like that. It just started happening back at least 5-6 years ago, and it was hard to ignore because God, he communicates with us and through so many means, so many ways. So if you are one of those people that God is communicating through you through different ways, things that you've never been taught about, do not question it. It is no coincidence. God can talk to you through so many ways, through books, through people. There's a message. It could be music. It could be anything. If it resonated with your soul and it got you curious to want to learn more, then trust in that. Go with that. Follow that. And don't allow anyone to deter you from that. Okay? Only you and you alone. If you seek and you desire to have a connection with God, he can communicate with you. And he will do so. If you so desire to have that communication open with him. He communicates with us all. I'm going to pull a few cards just to see. Holy Spirit, universe, ancestors, archangels, I call upon you today for myself, for the collective. I am asking you, what is it that your children need to surrender on this journey? What is it that we need to surrender to on this spiritual awakening journey? We need clarity, guidance, and direction. Show me, Holy Spirit, ancestors, archangels, spirit guides, all those that are currently with me on this spiritual journey. Gods, goddesses, ascendant masters. What is it that your children, the collective, all of us that's on this spiritual awakening journey, what is it that we need to surrender to? Show me. Wait a minute. Already two. It says surrender to procrastination. Surrender to procrastination. Now is the time to jump on a goal instead of putting it off. Taking action will attract success. And it says surrender to spirit. Surrender to spirit. I don't know how many times I've gone into the woods. You see this picture? And I've taken so many pictures that look identical to this. And it would stop me in my track that I would want to take pictures. That was spirit connecting with me. It says once you're done everything you can achieve, once you've done everything you can achieve a goal, turn the situation over to the divine. Let spirit work its magic for you. Once you've done everything you can to achieve a goal, turn the situation over to the divine. Let spirit work its magic for you. Again, I can't make it up. God gave me that message in the hospital. I cannot be a robot. I cannot do everything. I cannot be in 100 places at once. Yes, I have responsibility. Yes, I have a son. You know, I'm dealing with challenges with that. You know, he's struggling. He's 18 years old. He's picked up marijuana, and again, the marijuana that they're, you know, making these days ain't nothing like the marijuana I ever seen anyone on in my days. You know, it's completely crazy, the behaviors that this marijuana is bringing out of these young people. You know, in the back in the days when I was younger, I knew people that smoked marijuana, and this marijuana would pop and burn little holes everywhere or whatnot, and they just got the giggles and the munchies or whatever, and you know, it was just different. These kids on this marijuana, they're running around here ready to kill each other over this marijuana, you know, doing all kinds of stuff, things that just aren't a behavior that I know of from the past, you know. So for me, that says that there is something either in the marijuana or in the wraps that they're using to roll the marijuana up in. I don't know. All I do know is that I am dealing with those challenges as well with my son, and I pray that anyone that is drawn to this page, that you keep me lifted up in prayer, that God gives me the strength to continue to endure and to bring me enlightenment on, you know, how I can help my son, because that's genuinely what I want. I want him to be set free from this bondage he's in with this marijuana. It says, surrender to your full power. I got 3 other cards. Surrender to your full power. Your life is calling for you to step into your full power rather than playing it small. God is not wanting us to play it small. He wants us to step into our full power. Full power. We have so much power within. We have so much power within. It is nothing that we as humans aren't capable of doing. We have to surrender and believe that we are able. Surrender to your soul's path. Surrender to your soul's path. Your life journey has been perfectly designed for your soul's growth. Embrace every lesson in every moment. That light is making it terrible for you to see these pictures, but he wants you to surrender to your soul path. If you feel led, or you feel called, or if you feel like, you know, you are being drawn to certain things that you really have never had privy to or understanding to, just trust in that and keep listening and following where you are being led to. Go within, quiet your mind, do the meditation, connect with God. He communicates with you on so many different levels, you know, far more than what we've ever been taught to understand. And then it says, surrender to miracles. Surrender to miracles. Be open to miracles occurring in your life. Feel and know that Be open to the miracles occurring in your life. Feel and know that these events are real. Let go of any resistance and banish any doubts that miracles can happen. Stop, you know, worrying. Stop the chatter that you hear. You know, that's the one thing we have to learn. This mind is very powerful. Yes, it is. It can be your best friend or your worst enemy, because it'll allow you to keep replaying things that maybe perhaps you have the perception of being a failure, a negative, you know, reflecting upon negative. That'll just keep replaying in your head. But you, my dear, have you are the master of all of this. This is a complete avatar. You are the master and the master of your mind. And you have the ability to control your thoughts. You focus upon that. If something negative should come in, okay, let it come in. But don't put your focus upon it. Let it come in and let it go out. Let it go. And quickly shift your energy to the positive thoughts. I myself, I love to listen to positive affirmations. I do a lot of I am affirmations, gratitude affirmations. I go to sleep to them. I wake up to them. These are tools in which you can use and utilize right here on YouTube. You can bring up affirmations that you can listen to. You can do frequencies. You can do sound bowls. I love the frequency of sound bowls. You can do Om. You know, there's frequency for ohms. You can do the resonance, Earth's resonance. You can connect. You can get out in nature. Nature is so therapeutic and so healing. I encourage you to please step outside, get in nature. It will help you to go through the healing process needed in order to be able to connect with your creator, God. There's so much that I learned just in the last couple of days in regards to these frequencies, you know, that come from the phones and electronics and so forth, that are not healthy for us. And this 5G connection that they're bringing to us, thinking that this is something that we need. Let me tell you something. This stuff that's coming from these computers and laptops and all of that, it's frequencies. We are energy. We are frequencies ourselves. So we can absorb certain amounts of frequency, and these things are not contributing to us in a healthy way. I will try to bring you more information on that. Or you can look up Doug and Stacy Off the Grid. I love watching their channel. They are so full of enlightenment. They live off the grid. They live out in the country. Like, you know, they left the city life, which is something I wholeheartedly desire for myself, to leave the city life, because there are so much things that's going on around us contributing to our ailments. You know, a lot of things that we are dealing with within our health, we don't understand. We don't know why. It's because it's so many things contributing to it, such as these frequencies from, you know, computers, and from the towers that, you know, they just put up with this 5G. It's just not healthy for us. I really encourage you to go and check them out. They just did a whole thing on this doctor that is driving around with a radio. Well, it's a EMF reader, and it picks up on the radio frequencies and the energies that, you know, electronics in the 5G and certain things that's putting out into the atmosphere, out in the city, you know, around us, and how high it is. It is not good for us. It's almost as if it's cooking us. It's cooking us like a microwave. Yes, it's cooking us, and it's so scary. I am praying that, you know, God will open the doors for me to be able to get further out from the city. I'm not really that close to the city, but I'm still, you know, in this area. You know, I would love to live out in the country where there is hardly any of the towers and all of that. There are certain things that you can put on the back of your phone too, and on your laptops, if you have to have these things, you know, such as myself, me, that I'm trying to bring information to you all. I utilize my cell phone for recordings. There is certain things that you can put on the back of your phone that will cut off the energy and the EMF frequencies that it puts out. You can Google that. You can use what is that one? Black obsidian, I think, is that right? Or tourmaline. Tourmaline and black obsidian crystals. Okay, they have those crystals. Then they have like made them specifically so they're flat, and it has adhesive on the back of it in order for you to be able to adhere it to your electronic devices such as your phone or your laptop. And this will cut out the EMF frequencies that these devices are putting out that are not healthy for us. If you don't believe me, I promise you, if you do the research, if you look into it, if you Google it, what I'm telling you is nothing but facts. It will show you that this stuff is unhealthy for us, and then we don't understand why we're sick. This crap is taking us out. Please do the research. Look into what I'm telling you. Don't just listen. Look. That's what your eyes are used for. You know, instead of watching television that's bringing you nothing, do the research to bring wisdom and knowledge to yourself. Seek the information, and it shall set you free. It will help you to understand a lot of things. Anyway, God just told us we need to surrender from procrastination, surrender everything to spirit, surrender to your full power, because you are a powerful person, a powerful being. Surrender to your path, whatever you feel led to. If God is talking to you, if he's drawing you to something, don't ignore it. Follow it and surrender to miracles and watch them unfold into your life. He is a way maker, and he will provide a way for his children. I am a true believer of that. I thank you for following me. I thank you for watching me. I pray that if you feel so led to do so, that you will share my video, that you will like my video, and that you will come back and continue to stay with me. Maybe I'm part of your soul tribe. Maybe I'm part of your family. We are all connected. Collectively, we are all brothers and sisters. Rather, I don't care what color your skin is. I don't care what nationality you are. We all bleed red. We all came here by our Creator, and we need to embrace and love one another unconditionally. Again, if you feel so led to do so, like the video, share the video, and I hope to see you here again soon. Until then, smooches. Toodles.